Today we are going to be talking about how to make our Google site customized. Now we're just going to go through a few of the basics today, and we're only going to be working with the home screen. Now when you start a Google website, the page that you start is the home screen. So that's what you see in front of you right now. Everyone always starts off with a basic, they kind of just choose for you, but then from there you can change it. Now over here on the right hand side, you're going to see that you can do inserts, you can add pages, you can do themes. So this right here is just when you want to add stuff below the header. This is the header. Then this is where you can add those. You can even change the layouts if you want to, and it will do it for you. You'll notice as I scroll down that there is text that can happen, buttons, placeholders. We'll talk more about all of these at a later date, but this is just your very basic what you can insert. Then we can go up here to pages. Now we will do this later, but this is where you add pages, and we're going to add pages for each part of our project. Then themes, that's where we're going to be at today. Now these are very simple themes, and for the most part what it has to do with is it has to do with what this header looks like, and from then it's what every other page will look like. Your pages will look cohesive and look very similar from one to one. So if I go down to Aristotle, you'll notice that the background changes as well as the way the header is. If I go to Diplomat, Vision, Level, and Impression, and we're really focused on this front part. Now I really like how this impression looks. I like the background of it, but I am going to change. You can come over here and you can change the coloring of the line if you would like. You can even come over here and change the font style if you would like. You can adjust it based on it, but they give you a couple of options. I like the classic, or it's capital, sorry. Now, something else that you can do, if I like how this looks, but I'm not as big of a fan of what's going on here on the outside, I can actually change the image if I would like. What I always like to do is they have options here that are what they have actually provided. And I always like using these just because they always fit well on the screen, and they're made specifically for Google sites. So I'm going to change it to, I think I like this one the most. So I'm going to hit that, and then I'm going to hit select. Now it's adjusting it for readability. I can also, if I want to make this bigger, I can kind of spread that out, or if it'll center it a little bit better. If I wanted to, let's say that I wanted to change if I wanted this to be a different, like a bold or an italicized, I can do that. I can like uncenter it if I wanted to, if I wanted it to be over there. Those are just a couple of the options. I do think with a website like this, you always want to stay in the middle. You can also change the size of the font, but with it being a header, you want it to be the heading. So that's something that you can definitely do. You can also change banner type. Do you want it to be a large banner? Do you want it to be the cover? Do you want the whole thing there? Do you just want the title? But I like just the banner for now. But those are just a few of the options for the top header. Now, something else I want to do is I want y'all to add your name, what school you're at, what period, who your teacher is, and what period. So how we're going to do that is we're going to hit insert. Now, since I'm adding text under here, I'm going to actually change it to a text box. So there are options for this, just like up here at the top, we had our options for our different size fonts. I'm actually going to go to a heading. Okay, I'm going to put this in the middle. And so right now, here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my name, Miss Lashley. I'm going to type what school I'm at. Let's see. It looks like it's going to throw me over, and then what we can do is we can highlight that. My teacher is Miss Hill, and I am in her 4th period. Okay. Now, if that happens where it comes over, you can always highlight the area that it messed up and then change it to, I apologize, there's that, and then go back over to the middle so that you guys can see that right here. So once that's done, you can notice that it's right below here. If over here on the right hand side, there are a couple of options here too. I can change the background if I want to. If I want this to be bolded, you'll notice it matches that. I can also change if I want to add an image. I can upload an image if I wanted to. For right now, this is all I want on here, just so it is very obvious who I am, what school I'm with, whose teacher I am, and what period I am in. So those are the things I want you to do to jump start getting to customize your website. And I'm going to hit publish. That's one thing you have to do is in order for it to change from this to this, you actually have to hit the publishing button. So I'm going to say, yes, that's exactly what I want to do. Go over here to publish. And there we go. So that is your assignment for customizing your website, step number 1.